Welcome everyone, we are back with yet another episode of the Football9 Show. The international break is over.
Finally.
And so much happened this weekend in the Premier League, isn't it? Big fixtures, Liverpool, Chelsea, we're going to talk about it. First off, we're going to start with Liverpool-Chelsea. I'm going to go to you, Faz. What do you think about that match?
Interesting game, I would say. Some controversial calls here and there, of course.
Okay.
And you can't have controversy. You can't not have controversy in a Chelsea game.
Of course.
So, but I wouldn't say I was too disappointed with the result. Slot played well. He got his tactics right when it comes to marking Palmer out of the game. But the only reasons we conceded both the goals were faults that were individual faults. Like the first goal was down because Colwell gave away the penalty. The second goal was definitely down to Sanchez not reacting.
That was a very poor.
Yeah, it was very poor. Like especially right when you've equalized and come back into the game.
Like Jones took a very heavy touch.
Exactly.
And I guess Roberto should have went there.
Exactly, he should have gone it because he was very close to him. The ball is very close to him, but he didn't. He chose to stand his ground.
I think it was because of the penalty, you know.
Probably, I feel.
I mean,
so
it was
too.
similar kind of a situation.
Exactly, and there actually he did well.
Yeah, that's the funny bit,
Exactly.
guys.
So,
that's the funny bit.
I think the goals. I honestly don't think that Liverpool were so great in the game. Like I feel how this was, being touted as being Slot's first major test as a manager. He definitely passed the test, but I feel it was he just about passed it.
Don't you think this has been the case with Liverpool this entire season?
Yeah, definitely.
Because honestly, yeah, I do understand the fact that Slot is doing well and he's winning the games.
Yeah.
But somehow I still feel that there's a timid sense.
Exactly, I agree. Like if this was not a new look Chelsea squad under Maresca, say if this was a Mourinho Chelsea side or a Conte Chelsea side, like Slot wouldn't have been so easily been able to get a win. It's just because Chelsea are also in a transitioning period. That's why they were able to get a win, and kudos for that.
And
but
Chelsea weren't that bad.
Exactly.
I feel there were a lot of positives to take from that match.
Yeah,
exactly.
very true.
One of them would be Pedro Neto's performance.
Pedro Neto was excellent ever since
Like once he came into that match, once he replaced Sancho, he was just
he was
completely
always
exactly.
he was there. Like I think he was sort of filling the void in Palmer's absence because Palmer was marked out. So Neto was always there wherever the attacks were going. He was there. I definitely think he should be the one starting at least on the right. Like he can replace Madueke at least for the next game, not for the season. He replaces Madueke on the right, give another chance to Sancho in the next game. If that doesn't work out, you can get Madueke on the right, move Neto to the left, and that's why having a lot of these wingers and attacking options.
And somehow Palmer again did a pretty good job. Like he was attracting all the attention.
Yeah,
and that allowed Pedro Neto to actually go up front.
But then I feel it's not good news for Chelsea. They need Palmer to put up those performances.
So
but if he's marked out like that, he's the main man.
He was
right
literally
now.
marked by 3 players.
Exactly.
At one point.
They need to find a solution to that.
And I think Maresca has shown that he is the sort of managers who learns from the performances. So I'm sure he will come up with some sort of a plan. You can. Another thing that I thought that we could have done is Madueke was fine, but he wasn't great.
Yeah.
So could have moved Palmer to the right, brought in either Felix or Nkunku as the number 10. But like having so many attacking options, we have a lot of combinations how we can.
I mean, it was hit or miss at that time.
Yeah, exactly. And I think he probably did not want to take the chance of taking off a player like Palmer in such a huge game.
Yeah.
But I think we can recover from this.
Well, we have talked about Chelsea, but about Liverpool, the fixture congestion that they have in the next 10 games.
Yeah, it's going to be massive to their, ultimate season's performance.
They pass the Chelsea test.
Yeah.
They face Leipzig in the UEFA Champions League. After that, they go back home and they face Arsenal.
That's a big game.
And
It's
then
a very big game.
it's not ended. Then they face Brighton, who are in good form.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they face Leverkusen. Can you believe this, guys? It doesn't end.
Yeah.
They face Aston Villa. Then they face Southampton, I think, which will be a pretty easy game. But then they face Real Madrid. Then they face Man City.
Oh, it's a tough time to be a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
But
I
then this
agree.
is, I guess, the greatest challenge in Arne Slot's managerial career.
But do you think that I agree? This will be like if he manages to get through this,
Yeah.
that's going to be a massive, thumbs up to him because it's his first big job. But imagine they lose. Like, how many games did you list down? Around
I think there were
10,
9,
right?
10, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine he loses 6 of them.
Oh, we are in for a conversation.
yeah.
We are in
Yeah.
for
What
a
do you
conversation.
What do you think happens then? Like, say he wins against Brighton, he wins against Newcastle, he wins
Villa.
against Villa.
Yeah.
But he loses to Arsenal, City, Madrid and Leverkusen.
I think that puts his job under pressure. Regardless of whatever happened with Chelsea,
Yeah,
losing those 6 matches.
exactly.
I mean, you get 2 draws,
Yeah.
you win 2, you
Yeah.
lose 2. I think there's hope. But if you cannot get out a result out
Yeah,
of
Exactly.
any of
exactly.
them,
Yeah.
that's questionable.
I mean,
It's
it's
gonna be tough
you
for
can't blame him. It's like
I mean, of course, we
Klopp.
can't blame him.
Klopp has set those standards for him,
But then-
and he needs to
Do you
meet
think
those.
he will suffer because? Do you think there might be a chance? So imagine he loses 6-7 of these games, and then FSG is like, you know what, probably made a mistake. Get rid of him.
Maybe not the
But they
board.
had been patient with
Yeah.
Klopp though.
Yeah,
They
and-
had been
Yeah.
patient with him.
But then at that time they didn't have a choice because Liverpool were struggling as a club. They were struggling.
Maybe
They were
not the
still coming back
management.
into it.
Maybe not the management and the board, but fans.
The
They're gonna
fans will
kill him.
definitely be.
Yeah.
They
They're
will
gonna
be
kill
out
him.
for his head. But this Liverpool side, in terms of its pedigree, in terms of what the fans and boards expect from them, it's very different to the squad that Klopp inherited and the club that Klopp inherited.
Yeah.
Now they're at that level where you don't get success, you're probably not worthy of being at the club.
Yeah.
But do you think they can be goaded into taking such a big decision?
See, I like Slot,
Yeah,
but then it's too much at this moment.
yeah.
So there's just too much pressure. I mean, it is just.
Yeah.
I'm very 50-50
Sweaty
about
fixtures.
this. I'm very 50-50 about this. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. I think I'm very. I mean, I don't want to say this, but it's a very fun thing, when a manager
Yeah.
gets sacked. The possibilities are endless.
True.
Like
They get a lot of stories out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I blame Roman Abramovich for it.
Yeah.
He's conditioned me to seeing managers get sacked within the last 20 years.
True.
He's very much used to it. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
as a Chelsea fan,
Exactly.
why wouldn't you be?
Every 2 seasons, I'm like, okay, who's the next manager on the list?
Well, we will definitely see what happens with Liverpool and
Yeah.
Chelsea. But moving on, and the big upset.
Exactly.
Bournemouth 2,
Yeah.
Arsenal 0, Saliba red card.
You know what? The best news out of this? The world's best goalkeeper kept a clean sheet. Kepa Arrizabalaga.
oh wow.
Most expensive keeper of the world.
I'm with you. I'm with you
yeah.
with this.
Most
I'm pretty
expensive
I'm pretty sure Chelsea and Real Madrid fans are gonna agree with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I mean, he was
Like
our 12th man.
Yeah, he's the most expensive second keeper ever.
Yeah. But what went wrong after that red card?
I think so. Arsenal have lost. They've gotten 2 major red cards this
Yeah.
season. They've not gone on to win both of those games.
Yeah.
So I think they're probably not in a position right now where they can compete with 10 men. And Bournemouth have started the season really well. I think I've seen 2 of their games. One was against Chelsea, the other one was against Liverpool. Liverpool, yeah, they beat them comfortably. But till the time Liverpool got the first goal, Bournemouth gave them a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
They even went they went up ahead, but the goal was ruled out. So Bournemouth gave them a lot of trouble. They troubled Chelsea a lot. We were able to get away with a last I think 85th minute goal or something.
Yeah.
So Bournemouth have that thing in them. They were showing that they have that credibility to become a decent opposition. Maybe at the level of Brighton or West Ham of old. Or
They have
something
that
like
dog
Above
in
all,
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Above
They have
all,
that
you
dog
just
in
have to
them.
give them the respect that they deserve. You
But-
can't take them lightly.
I feel again, we have talked about it a lot of times, and I'm going to bring it out again, is the lack of depth in Arsenal squad that costed
I
them the
believe
match.
so.
I
Could be.
believe so. Yeah.
Could be,
Because once Saliba went out,
Yeah.
they looked in shambles.
Yeah.
And they didn't have proper backups to fill up the gaps.
Exactly.
If Havertz didn't work out, they brought out Jesus. Jesus is not in the form to walk
Exactly.
Yeah.
out. Right. Like, whom will you bring on?
They're just riding the wave with Havertz because probably he's in a purple patch right now. He's scoring for them, but
If he doesn't work out, who's there?
Exactly.
Who's there? Exactly.
And it's Havertz. It won't take him long to not work out.
Yeah.
And like these matches will happen.
Yeah.
They will struggle in certain points where they won't have their star players putting them out through with 3
Exactly.
points.
And
They
that's
will
where-
need those backup players.
And that's where title challenging, teams that are capable of putting on a title challenge, that's where they come in, right? When they have that sort of a backup, where they have that sort of a mentality that, you know what, no matter what happens, we're gonna grind out to win.
Yeah.
So I think maybe, I don't know whether it's Arsenal as a team that they need to work on, or whether this is something that Arteta needs to discuss. But they have to rectify this, because losses like these, I don't think when the fixture list came out, anybody at Arsenal expected less than 3 points from this game, and these 3 points can be very crucial to them not getting another title, getting a title for another
For
season.
Arteta to establish himself,
Yeah.
he really needed the title this season.
Exactly.
And besides, what about the new signing, Calafiori? I think he had a. I mean, look, I understand the fact that you're a man down, you don't have a proper. Your star defender is not there, but you just have to step up.
Yeah, exactly.
I think defensively he's been okay for Arsenal. You can argue about the attacking.
But that's also
powers.
because he's been playing as a left back. He is
Yeah.
not a left
I mean,
back.
Arteta should have
Exactly.
shifted him
Yeah,
as
exactly.
the
He
most
should have
central
been-
role.
Yeah, and even if he did, I don't think it would have been as great, because Calafiori has not played alongside
Exactly.
Gabriel till now. Right?
Yeah.
Which is why I said that Calafiori to
And the
Arsenal was a very
communication wouldn't
confusing
be there.
signing.
Won't be there.
Exactly.
The communication is not
Yeah,
there.
it was a very confusing signing, and not because of Calafiori, it's because
Yeah.
of how he fits in the team. I love the player. He's a great defender. We've seen him do well at centre back, but I don't know what he's doing at Arsenal.
I
don't
feel
know.
they really need a proper winger and a striker.
Yeah,
A striker
definitely.
foremost.
striker.
Yeah,
Right.
I also
If
feel
they're
they
planning
need
to actually challenge.
They need proper wing backs as well.
Yeah.
Their entire back four is just centre backs.
True.
I've seen Bukayo Saka play as a left wing back, man. Come on.
We've all seen Gareth Southgate.
I feel that if that issue is sorted,
Yeah.
Arsenal can be a threat.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't
I
see
don't
them.
think so.
Yeah.
Winning the
At this
league.
point, I feel Liverpool are a bigger threat to Man City's title than Arsenal.
True. Anyway, we'll see what happens with Arsenal. But
Yeah.
moving on. Another major shock, as I say shock, because Brentford have lost Man United.
I think the bigger shock was that Brentford did not score in the first minute.
Yeah.
That
what
was a
happened?
bigger
Yeah.
shock.
How did United win?
They almost did, though. They almost did.
They almost did.
Yeah. Shade missed a chance. In the opening, I think it was the second minute of the game.
I think
and
they
were
took
like,
pity
he
on
missed a-
Ten Hag.
Yeah.
They did a favor to the league. They're like, guys, if we beat them, Ten Hag's
Yeah.
gonna go.
True.
We got to keep him here.
True. But I really like the fact that I liked how confident Holland was.
yeah, I was gonna come.
They
to that.
needed that. They
Exactly.
needed that up front.
He finally
I,
scored a
feel-
goal, man.
I believe you have some thoughts on Xerxes and his performance.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think he was there for 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, right at the end of the game, Ten Hag is bringing him on. And my God, he takes a heavy touch. He beats the keeper. He beats the defender. But he just gave up. He just gave up and he didn't even shoot.
So he's fitting into the United
Yeah.
mentality,
Oh my
right?
God, you're not even a left winger yet.
He's a 9.5, you know. He's not a 9. He's a 9.5.
Oh my God, but that was horrific.
But if we come to another perspective, Garnacho, the man carrying this team.
I believe.
What a performance.
Exactly. Like
I mean,
Great
he, is,
performance.
he will probably bring about the end of Marcus Rashford at the club.
True.
Like I
Marcus
think
Rashford finally joining Real Madrid.
No, we don't need him.
he at this
I
point
wouldn't take
he
him for
can't
free.
at this point he can't even join the Castilla team.
I like it. I like it.
So like Rashford, I don't know, but Garnacho is probably right now, I think the best player at the club,
Definitely.
100%.
and like probably the best player to come out of the academy since Greenwood. I feel Garnacho is a better player than Mainu at this moment. Like Mainu is
all of them.
Yeah, Mainu is great at what he does, but he still there are still aspects to his game that he needs to work on. Right, his passing is great, his distribution is great, but when it comes to progressive passing, he doesn't have that right now. Plus the injuries and everything.
Yeah.
Garnacho has literally been carrying this team, as he did so again this weekend.
He's following his idol's footsteps.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
And I would give a shout out to another player, Delit. Massive performance.
yeah, true.
Massive performance. If he puts
He's a
performances like this,
Yeah.
I feel it will be very good for
I think
Ten Hag.
Delict is also very much of a confidence player. If he gets a few performances behind him, definitely needs to have a solid partner next to him.
Yeah.
I don't think he can be, the Ramos kind of a player where, he's there, he'll do anything
He's
and
a
he'll
sole
make,
defender of the club.
yeah,
Just
he'll
give
make
me
anyone,
someone
yeah,
and I
I'll
will
make
do
that
everything.
person
Just
look
give
good.
him Harry
He's
Maguire.
he's more of a David Luiz, I feel.
Yeah.
Oh.
David Luiz, when at his best, is a solid defender, but he needs a solid partner next to him. Like the 7-1 Brazil-Germany game, Luiz was their main centre-back. And then you saw what happened, because they didn't have Thiago Silva.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you think, does this save Ten Hag's job?
No, I think it just delays the inevitable.
Okay. How long are we talking about? Again, we are coming to that conversation. 3 months, 6 months, 3 weeks.
I think so. Like, I read this as a meme, but now I think that's going to be the reality.
Okay.
I think sometime in November or December, I'm not sure.
As quick as
Ten Hag-
November.
Yeah, so whenever the game is, like I'm going to, it's either in November or in December, where United face Fenerbahce.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
I see. It's poetic.
Yeah,
It's
it's
poetic.
going to be Mourinho with Fred and Amrabat. So whenever Fenerbahce beats United, that is probably going to be Ten Hag's last game.
Well, next week they face United at home.
We all want
West
that.
Ham United. At
Oh,
home.
this is West Ham. It's Clash of the United.
Yeah.
Clash of the United.
It's the El
Both are
Sacico.
strong league.
El Sacico.
Who
my
gets sacks
God.
first? Lopetegui or Ten Hag?
You're getting personal at this point. You're just targeting
See,
each
once-
and every West Ham and United fans.
One is the London club, one is United. What do you expect me to do?
I have to agree with you, man.
So who gets sacked first?
For the betterment of the league, it has to be Julian Lopetegui.
What about
I love the fact that he said for the betterment of the league.
What about you?
Same thought. I feel Julian is gonna get sacked.
I'm gonna go with Ten Hag. I cannot tolerate that bald man anymore, man. Enough of him, man. I can't.
I was seeing the rumor mill, and apparently the rumors catching fire that Zidane's gonna take over at United. But it's all rumors, nothing concrete. Or
No. I cannot see that happening.
It's a
But I
graveyard
think-
for Zinedine Zidane's
I
career.
honestly don't think
Coaching
it will
career.
happen. I don't think it will happen. But if it does, and that's, I think for me, that is when, we'll see how good of a manager Zidane is.
Let me tell you this one thing. He's going down with Manchester United. I'm telling you. I can predict it. I can literally predict it at this point.
I'm gonna move on from this.
I know it's a harsh one to take for you. But it's fine, man.
Okay, we are gonna move on from Man United for my sake and talk about Tottenham West Ham. Tottenham 4,
Wow.
West Ham.
What a comeback. What a comeback by Tottenham.
What a poor defending by West
Yeah, I
Ham.
swear. Horrible defending. From
Todibo
West
is
Ham.
laughing after conceding a goal. Come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, Todibo was supposed to be one of their best signings.
Yeah. He was my signing of the season. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
West Ham were my dark horses for Champions League, man. What are they doing?
I'm glad I didn't get into this, man.
I mean, it looked like it was kind of, where we play with our friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And nobody cares enough.
Schoolboy stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, Mario goal. It was like that. And Todibo, I'm looking at Todibo. He's like, goal.
Yeah, I think of the 4 goals that Spurs scored, I think apart from the first one, or like apart from one of them, all of them should have like not been a goal.
Yeah.
It was horrible
Poor
defending, horrible
goalkeeping.
goalkeeping.
Poor midfield structure.
Yeah.
Everyone is clueless.
Exactly.
And Son is just playing around with
And to
them.
top it off, now you have your best player suspended in Kudus.
I don't know what's going to happen with them. I'm very concerned, to be honest.
Now imagine
because
United lose to this West Ham squad.
I'm going to
I'm
I'm here for it.
I'm gonna love it.
I'm here for it.
we're going to love
We're
it.
gonna love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
All of us.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah. Your former manager.
No. Again, we are moving on. Again, we are moving on.
Lopetegui will help bring in the man he replaced at Real Madrid.
I cannot imagine
I love the storyline.
Zidane.
Yeah.
I cannot
would love
imagine Zidane at Old Trafford. Like doing this with his bald head, probably thinking, what are these players? Are they even footballers?
I mean, just imagine Garnacho scoring a tap in and Zidane doing this, because this is the only goal he's gonna get to see whole season.
I don't know how long am I supposed to take this Zidane slander, but I'm trying. Be with me, guys.
Hang in there.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
I'm trying.
Okay then, let's
Yeah,
move on.
let's move on.
Moving on. Wolves 1, Man City 2.
Okay, first
Very
of all.
below par performance, in my opinion.
Yeah. But
Indeed.
do you think it was a goal? Should have been a goal.
100% it was a goal. Come on, man. How is it an offside? Come on.
It wasn't offside. It wasn't about
Yeah,
offside.
it wasn't offside. Yeah,
It wasn't about offside. It was about.
I mean, he was not blocking the view. Come on. I mean,
I would agree.
yeah, exactly my point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, again, yeah, I
So,
will
and
agree to that
besides-
point that it was 50-50.
It was 50-50, yes.
Yeah.
And so, like looking at the replays, Silva bumps into Sa right when, Foden took the corner. Right when the ball left his boot, he bumped into Sa. But after that,
He could have recovered. That's the thing.
he did have time to recover,
Yeah,
and he did recover. And Silva ducked out of the way. He moved out of the shot. He was not in his eye line. Plus, Sa is way taller than Silva.
Exactly, man. That's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
about to say. Bernardo Silva is probably of my height.
Yeah.
And Jose Sa is just.
Sa
He's
is
a
probably
monster.
6'4" or something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. He's a monster. So, he can easily.
He
get
wasn't
that
in his
vision.
line of vision, I feel.
Yeah.
So, in that way, as much as I didn't want that to be a winner, I don't think it was like
And Stone scores
unwarranted.
the second winner.
second
Late goal
Yeah, for the season.
to win
But
it
then
for
again,
City.
are you happy
Wow.
with that performance?
I'm definitely not. I'm genuinely
Against
not happy.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Against Wolves. Exactly my point.
Yeah,
Look.
kudos to Wolves.
Yeah,
Their
true.
defending was amazing.
They're honestly
yeah.
trying their best
Like
to hang on.
the reason exactly the
Yeah.
reason I did not like City's goal was because I wanted Wolves to take a point
Exactly.
after the performance that they put in.
Honestly, it was a major scare for me as a City fan. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, what is
Exactly.
happening?
Well,
The moment we conceded that early goal from Strand Larsen, I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
But
here we go again.
My the other thing that I noticed in City's performance was they were so vulnerable on the counter.
I know.
They were
I get
getting
that.
They were missing Rodri, do you
they were
think?
missing Rodri
They
very
are
much.
definitely missing Rodri.
I
very
mean, it has been a thing for the last 2 matches,
Yeah.
I feel.
And
I've
think
said
now,
that before, and I'm gonna say it again. Rodri is definitely the most important
Exactly.
player in our squad.
Like interesting stat.
Oh,
City have conceded the same number of goals as United.
9. 9 goals.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very
so-
interesting.
Another start. 3 of them have been in the first few minutes. Like literally 1 to 10
right,
minutes.
Right. I agree.
They,
One was
they
against
agreed against
Ipswich.
they
Conceded
conceded
against
against
Ipswich, Brentford, and
this one.
Wolves. Yeah, true.
It is crazy. I don't know what is going on in this club, and
Just be happy that you've gone on to win all 3 of those games.
Yeah, and we,
I actually consider myself lucky too.
and we are not seeing Haaland score as well.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't
Forget
believe it.
scoring. Haaland was invisible.
He was
Exactly,
invisible.
yeah.
He was.
He was not there. He was not there. Like if the cameraman wasn't focused on him, focusing on him, I wouldn't have known whether
Yeah.
True.
Haaland was playing or not.
And here's where I'm missing Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
At this point, because honestly, last season when Haaland started ghosting,
Yeah.
when we got those memes that
Yeah.
Haaland is ghosting in the big games.
Yeah.
It was Alvarez who was taking up the charge.
Yeah, true.
And he did the job for City.
Yeah.
And currently, I doubt if we have a proper replacement because Savinho is a winger. Savinho is a winger.
Exactly.
If you play him as a centre forward, which he has in the past for Girona,
Yeah.
but I doubt
don't
it.
think so.
I doubt
But
he's gonna work out.
Like
for them.
one thing in the game against Wolves, kudos to Doku. Doku was City's best
Doku
player.
was very good.
I mean, Doku has been magnificent
Yeah,
for
he was
City.
especially on the left side.
Yeah.
Like you move Savinho to the left, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Because neither Savinho is as great on the left, nor is Doku as great on the right.
Yeah.
But Doku on the left, he was
crazy, yeah.
excellent. Everything that City was creating was coming through him.
Look.
The goal came through Doku's
Exactly.
creation, and then great finish from Guardiola.
What a goal
What a
that
goal!
was, man. I mean, he's scoring
I completely
bangers.
forgot, like, what a goal that was.
And by the way, that was his
weaker foot, exactly. Like he took it on his right
And this
foot.
is not the first time he's scoring with his weak foot.
Yeah, exactly. He
scored in
a
the Champions
similar.
League, yeah.
he scored from a similar position.
I
in
think
the
he's
Champions
one of
League.
the most underrated signings of Man City. in
Yeah,
recent
100%,
years.
100%.
Nobody
I've always
rates him
rated him.
enough
Yeah.
like they rate the other players. But I feel he's been so great at City
Yeah.
and so
I
consistent
Yeah.
day after day after day.
Totally.
I feel he deserves his flowers.
Yeah, exactly.
And besides, if you talk about Doku, I was wrong about him, you know. Earlier, I did
told
not
you.
like that player.
I told you.
Look,
Didn't I tell you?
look, there was a phase where
That's our
he
in-house
was-
pundit right there.
Look, there was a phase when he was becoming very predictable. Okay, he's doing the same old tricks. He was literally becoming a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
But eventually, somehow, he has developed into something that is actually troubling the
Yeah.
opposition defenses.
See, I have
And I'm
seen
glad
this.
to
I have seen
hear
this
that.
happening with Vinicius,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He was predictable, getting so predictable.
True.
Then something changed.
And
I
he's
knew
winning the Ballon d'Or now.
exactly, and I saw that in Doku.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the world's
deserves
worst
it.
kept secret now.
yeah,
He
and
is
he
winning
deserves
it.
it.
Yeah.
And he
to be
deserves
honest.
it too, yeah. Actually, honestly, I want Carvajal to win it.
True. Wow.
See, the thing is, when it
It's
comes
fine.
to... Like, I know
I'm
we're
fine with
we're
Carvajal,
digressing a bit, but when it comes to Ballon d'Or, you have to take in the performances and what those performances meant for your team into
True.
consideration.
True.
Apart from Nacho, he's the only one who's won all three major trophies.
And on that note, get well soon, Carvajal.
Yeah, true.
Because
Right.
having that injury in that moment
I
of his
swear.
career,
Yeah.
it's scary. I hope he comes back. Let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
You must be happy. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold.
No, I'm not happy.
He's literally linked with
He
Real Madrid
just
at this
said
point.
he's
I
so
just-
sad about Carvajal's
yeah.
injury.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Your timing was way off.
Yeah, it was
It
off.
sounds wrong. It sounds wrong, dude.
He's trying to prove him wrong, you know. I'm trying to defame him.
No, I will be honest. No one can replace Carvajal.
Yeah.
But then again, we will see.
But
PA, I'm not sure about it.
Although if
I would love to have
Liverpool,
him in this.
if
Sweaty.
Liverpool, if Madrid managed to get both Davies
Davies
and Trent
and
on a
I'm gonna
free,
love that. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a better free deal then. Like
Yeah.
combined, of course.
Talk
Otherwise,
about free deal. I'm gonna talk about the squad. I've never seen a better squad than that.
true.
Them.
And then you get Xabi Alonso in the mix.
Oh my God! Please no!
But-
please no!
We will talk about that.
You just keep your UCLs, no?
Yeah.
Why are we even competing then?
Just give them the next 5
Yeah.
UCLs.
We will talk about that later on. But coming back to Premier League,
Yeah.
Yeah.
next week, Man City face Southampton. Do you see them struggling again, or do you see a complete whitewash?
I think Southampton are struggling way more than City, so their struggles are going to continue.
Okay. Your ball, your prediction.
I'll go with a. You know what? City haven't kept a clean sheet in a long while. Southampton can't really score as much.
Don't do this to
I'm
me.
gonna go for a 4-0 win for City.
4-0 win for
Oh,
City.
thank you very
What
much.
about
Thank
you?
you very much. But give me the ball, man. I need it. I need that emotional
You need a
support.
stress ball, huh?
Because honestly, I have a very a prediction that will actually surprise you.
Interesting.
You seriously think
I'm
Southampton
curious.
are gonna win?
No.
No. Cool.
Hell no.
That was way off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say a 2-2 draw.
that's still a win for them.
It is a win.
You're not worthy of the ball.
No, honestly, the way they have performed this season, City, I just can't put my faith on
But
them
like,
anymore.
look at the way that Southampton have performed
Yeah.
this season.
See,
I don't know, it's that sort of a game every season you have this with Manchester City that
Yeah.
there's this one game
Yeah,
where
I
they
know.
shock you.
Yeah.
True.
They just shock you
But
in a
I
negative
don't
way.
think
Yeah.
I don't think
Oh
that would
my
be
God.
Southampton though. I
I-
feel.
yeah, even I don't think
See,
that's
I'm
what-
I
gonna
don't
go
know
with.
why.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
know why
with.
I have this strong feeling. I don't know why.
I'm gonna go with 1-0 Man City.
Okay.
Oh, 1-0.
Haaland
But-
scores?
Huh?
Does Haaland score?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Finally.
Finally.
Yeah,
Please
same.
score. I need him to score.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same. All of us do. At
Yeah.
this point in time,
All
world
of us
wants
do.
him to score.
But moving on, Faz.
Yeah.
Chelsea face Newcastle at home.
Ooh, that'll be an interesting game. I feel
Your ball.
it's a little tough, but Newcastle are coming off a loss. They lost at home to Brighton. I'll go with a 3-1 Chelsea win.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, honestly, I'm going to say, I hate to say this, but Chelsea win it 2-0.
Damn, we're
How
keeping
do
a clean
you
sheet.
You're
Thanks, man.
you're keeping a clean sheet, yeah. Look,
With Sanchez in goal. Damn.
yeah. And it's going to be a brace on
I
Cole
think
Palmer.
that's a
Oh,
bolder
I
prediction
would
than
love
the City Southampton draw.
Yeah, true.
I know it sounds very unrealistic, but somehow, I don't know why, this is just my gut feeling.
Yeah.
That somehow they're going to manage to...
I would love it if it comes true.
I'm gonna go with.
It's his ball, man.
I'm gonna go with 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
Oh,
Isaac scores.
Okay.
And for Chelsea,
for God's sake, it's not Isaac, it's Isak.
Isaac scores.
Yeah. His name starts with I, man. He's fine.
Yeah. And for Chelsea, it's gonna be Nkunku
Yeah.
and Nicholas
I
Jackson.
would love if Nkunku.
Well, with that, I'm gonna throw this ball to Faz and
you.
end this episode. I hope you loved it. Please like, please subscribe, and of course,
Please do!